my loves, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to be creating this beautiful purpley, dramatic look, and I hope that you guys can enjoy it. Okay, you guys, so let's start this makeup look. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is highlighting my brow bone, and I'm using the Carly Bybel palette. And then for my first crease shade, I'm going to be using the Chocolate Bar palette, and the color is in Hazelnut. Then for my second crease color, I'm using the Nubia by Juvia's palette. It's kind of like a burnt orange. There's no names for any of these shades, so I can't really tell you what the name would be for this one. And then for the lid color, I'm going to be using this little palette by Too Faced as well. It's called Natural Eyes, and I'm using the color Heaven, and I'm going to apply that a couple times just to make it look very intense all over the lid. And then for the outer part of the eye, I'm going to apply this beautiful color by the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and the name is Venetian Red. And I'm going to continue applying that little by little and then blending it out as I go, just so that it's just easier to blend. And then the other color that I'm going to apply on top of that, just to make it more intense, it's going to be in the color Cherry Cordial in the Chocolate Bar palette as well. And then here I'm just reapplying the lid color, and the name is Heaven, and just making it more intense. And then now I'm just going to do my eyeliner, and I'm using this liquid liner by NYX. It's so easy to apply, in my opinion, and the piece of tape that I had applied will make it so much easier to do this. Then here I'm just preparing my lashes before I apply my falsies, and I'm just curling them, and this one's by Tarte. And then of course applying mascara, and this one's the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. And now I'm just going to apply my falsies, and I'm using these by Mandy Lashes. These are in the style Goddess. It's one of my favorites, and I do have a discount code, and I will leave in the description box. And now to moisturize my face, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover RX. I feel like this is more like a moisturizer to me rather than a primer, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. And now for foundation, I'm going to be using this one by Becca, Luminous Foundation, and I'm going to mix it with the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, and this one is in the Pure Gold shade. It's so beautiful, and I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender. And now using one of my favorite concealers, you guys. If you haven't tried this, I really recommend it. This one's the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium. And I'm going to apply that under my eyes, in my middle of the forehead, nose, and chin. And then blending it out with the same beauty blender. And now to set my concealer, I'm using this yellow shade from the Kat D Contour and Highlight palette, and I'm going to apply that everywhere where I put the concealer. And now to contour, I'm going to be using the Tarte's Pro Glow Contour and Highlight palette. I'm going to be using the powder shade in the palette, which is, the name is Sculpt. And I'm going to apply that on my cheeks and also in my temples to kind of bronze up my face. And then also after that, I am going to be using the same palette, the highlight shades, and I'm going to be mixing two, Lit and Fire. And I'm going to apply that, the huge areas on top of your cheeks, eyebrows, and the Cupid's bow. Here I'm just kind of cleaning out that contour just to make it more sharp and clean it out just a little bit. And I'm using the Airspun Loose Face Powder to do this, and using the baking technique. And then now with the waterline, I'm going to apply this black eyeliner by NYX. Now using the two crease colors that I used in the beginning, I'm mixing them together and also applying them in the bottom lash line. And of course, you want to make sure that you blend that out pretty well because you don't want any harsh lines. And then for my inner highlight, I am using the same Pro Glow palette in the color Strove just to brighten up that area a little bit more, and then applying mascara in my bottom lashes. And then here I'm just kind of, as you can see, just getting rid of that powder that I put there before just to clean it out. And then for blush, I'm using this one by Milani. It's in the color Luminous. It's so beautiful. It's like a peachy golden blush. And then just blending that out as well. And then for lips, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the color Ashton. It's such a beautiful brown, you guys. I love it. I would strongly recommend it. And this completes the look, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next. Love you.